in the lightweight division, we have Claudio Puelles versus Fares Ziam. Claudio Puelles, Prince of Peru, 12-3, 4-1 his last five. He's actually coming off of that body kick knockout loss to Dan Hooker, facing off against Fares Ziam, 14-4, 4-1 his last five, coming off that decision victory over Jai Herbert. Odds for this fight right now, Ziam is a -210, open up at a -225. For me, I'm going with Fares Ziam in this fight. I think that this is going to be a pretty cut and dry fight. If Fares Ziam is able to stop the takedowns that Claudio is going to shoot at him, he will just piece this guy up and most likely will go to decision. I do think that Puelles, he likes to play in the guard a little too much. He is a very talented grappler, though. He has some leg lock submissions, likes to go for the subs, 7 sub wins in his career. He actually has 3 sub wins in the UFC, so that's pretty noteworthy. Now, he's a pretty bad striker. You saw in the last fight with Dan Hooker. Now, Dan Hooker is a great striker, but he looked really lost out there. I mean, I didn't really see any positive striking ability for Puelles. He's been training in Mexico for the last few weeks, so he should be okay with this. Ziam is a good striker, able to work in the kicks and punches. He has that patient European kind of French approach, so very low volume, but he has good movement and a really accurate jab. His takedown defense is going to be where this fight is going to go. I think that his 75% takedown defense is okay. He has 4 sub wins. He's been sub once in the UFC, 4-1 decisions. He's actually been in Mexico for over 2 weeks, so he should be okay with the cardio. However, he is 2-4 outside of Europe. So there's a lot of question marks here. My pick here is going to be Ziam by decision, but I could see more value going with the over 2.5 at -175 as a potential parlay leg there. Alex, what do you think about Ziam versus Puelles here?
Yep. So I think this matchup is pretty interesting, actually. First of all, pure pickers, go and watch Puelles' last fight against Hooker. I thought it was pure comedy. I think you guys will enjoy it, definitely. So this is another one of those very binary stylistic fights. Puelles, obviously, he's trying to get the fight to the ground. Fares Ziam, he's looking to keep it standing. So whoever wins this fight is going to make it look very easy, in my opinion. So one thing that I noticed, and although this fight was more than 3 years ago, I went back and watched the Ziam fight against Jamie Mullarkey. He got taken down like 4 or 5 times in that fight, and that was a big red flag for me, and enough for me to not really want any action on this fight. I will say though that Jamie Mullarkey lost that fight, so Ziam had more volume and got the decision victory. But in my eyes, both of these guys seem like they tend to gas, so can't really trust either fighter. So I said this earlier, but I might be a complete clown with this pick. But I'm going with Puelles to win by decision. I think Ziam is talented enough to not get subbed. So give me Puelles by decision.